Hey, welcome, Hog Nation. We're back here with the Other Guy Sports Show. How was your weekend? New week, week 4 coming up. We're going to just jump into it. We're not even going to test the waters. We're going to jump in hardcore. And again, I'd like to introduce the table around here to my right.
Bobby Castillo here.
Robert Martinez.
And myself, David Guerrero. Thanks a lot, Hog Nation, for coming back to the show. I know we've been having a lot of fans out there on our web pages, which is great, at the Other Guy Sports Show webpage on Facebook. Go out there.
Facebook.com/Other Guy Sports Show.
Put your comments, put anything that you guys want us to read. We look at it, get your info, and we try to put it on our show. So right off the bat, Zapata and Crystal City. Woo.
Man, that was a crazy game right there at the ending.
How crazy he is. It doesn't explain it.
It was hard to watch, and those referees, I said on the radio, they looked like Zapata natives. On those last few calls, they were basically ensuring a win for Zapata, and we discussed this earlier that the Habitats did not look all that great in the beginning. It looks like we shot ourselves in the foot once again, guys. So let's talk about that, turnovers.
Yeah, there was a lot of turnovers. I was disappointed in that. Penalties inside the red zone, turnover on downs. I can go on and on.
Yeah.
Now, considering all of this, we had a chance to win.
Yeah, and we did all that. We still had a chance.
We had, and actually at that one time where we were going for that extra, the 2-point extra conversion, we were going to tie the game right there and then, and that could have made the difference of winning or losing right there. But again, like I said, like Bobby was saying, Zapata native referees apparently didn't see it.
And we had two different views, David. I was up in the stands,
and I was on the other side,
and it looked like we both saw the same thing. Mr. Sanchez was in.
Half of his body was in. Half of his body was in.
He was in.
Apparently, they said his knees were down prior to him or the ball crossing the plane of the end zone. But for that, for him to lunge, but for him to do that, that means they're saying that he should have been parallel to his knees, kind of like in a kneeling position,
right,
and then lunge forward. But what I saw was him lunging forward and then landing on the ground. But like I said, referees were there. They saw it. What can we do?
One thing that I would understand if he was dragging somebody in or he was crawling or falling, but he wasn't. Nothing like that was happening. He actually lunged. He jumped in.
He jumped in. Yeah.
And to me, I was ready to dance up in the press box, guys. And I'm like, I was calling the game. And I was saying, we're gonna go. We're gonna tie this ball game. We're gonna send this to overtime if we have to, or win it. And just like you said, that would have been a great momentum shift. That would have been all Crystal City momentum. We would have been spirits would have been high. They would have been low. It would have turned things around.
The momentum would have switched right there.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that we had the momentum, but every single time that we had that edge or we had that momentum going, somehow it was taken away from us. Either by penalties, by errors, or for whatever reason. But honestly, Zapata didn't really look like that monsters that we predicted them to be. The linemen were huge and stuff like that. So I didn't really see that. What I saw was Zapata actually struggling to move the ball and take longer to score than the Javelinas. Javelinas scored in about maybe 5-6 plays on an average, and that's what I saw. So we have breakaway speed from Felix Sanchez, and not only that, I like the playmaker. No, we call him Feed the Beast. Feed the Beast. And also Sebastian, I liked his throws down the middle. I know number 4, Jimenez, I believe.
Gustavo Jimenez.
Brother. There you go. Good catch, brother. Great catch down the middle for about 30-some yards. So I'm seeing him better composed inside the pocket than prior. So I believe he's coming a long way. But again, like I said, little things here and there. If we make little changes here, I see ourselves winning a lot more games than we're really our record shows, honestly.
Because with all this stuff, we're still close in the fourth quarter. We're still close in the fourth quarter. But just that one of those, some few things we need to clean
And,
up.
and I'm pretty sure the coach is emphasizing the little things, those penalties. They can really sway our way. We need to mentally be stronger, be ready, and to me, they have it in us, as we said, for so many errors we're in the game, and Mr. Felix Sanchez is just a total beast, playmaker guy.
Yeah.
Where,
Now, one other thing also, we have to give credit to Zapata because Zapata, I don't recall any turnovers from them. I don't know, and I think they made some penalties, but they were minimal compared to Crystal. So that goes to show you if you play, you might not be the best team on the field, but if you play sound football, minimize turnovers, minimize mistakes,
You're in it.
You're in it, and sometimes ball bounces your way, like in this case Zapata did, and they won the game.
And I think what it is, props to Zapata. They capitalize on every opportunity. They, on our some of our mistakes, they capitalized and they scored. We tried to outdo them by making great plays with minimal time left over and trying to fight these calls from the referees, and all that kind of got a little distorted at the end. But even like that, I know they did the onside kick right off the bat, which was
God, that was
that
was
they said
phenomenal,
they, oh my gosh.
yeah.
I mean, that was
for a second there. I thought I was watching an NFL game right there, and that onside kick, it looked beautiful.
look beautiful. And not only that, the rain made it just perfect. That little drizzle,
Yeah.
I mean, it just made it perfect for a Friday night football game. So I mean, props to the Javelinas. Young men fought hard. They stayed with it. They didn't give up. And like I said, any given Friday, if they play like they did play with Zapata, they have a chance for many, many great things to come.
I can see a lot of positives to take away from the game, but there's a lot of negative as well, and that negative is all mental.
Mental errors.
We need to get rid of those. And Zapata, for their field positioning, it was just too lucky for them. In the first possession, they had it within our 30-yard line.
With the fumble, I think.
So, and they were on our side of the field for most of the first half, and as you mentioned, we both were scoring on each other.
Yeah. Whoever flinched first, basically. I mean, they scored, we scored. They scored, we scored. And like I said, it's great to have a running back like Felix Sanchez, but it's great that these other kids are coming along, like Sebastian, the receivers. The defense really impressed me in a sense that,
especially after the first quarter,
Yeah.
it was real impressive. On the
the defense, they were moving around, they were attacking the ball, they were making stops in the backfield. Sure, they let one or two go, but like I say, they bend but they won't break.
Right. As long as we keep staying together, as far as and you guys are talking to this, but that's exactly what I saw from the defense. They know they can stop them. They
Oh, yeah.
know they can get in the backfield. They know, so they just got to put 5-6 more plays together instead of letting one go. They need to stay consistent, saying, "We're here, 4 downs. We got to either switch position or force them to punt."
Oh my God!
That's
And
got to be their mindset. On
I know.
Defense.
And then only that other time where they went for it with 4th and 1, Zapata, and we stuffed the guy in the backfield. These boys got him in the backfield and stopped him, and they weren't going nowhere. But then here comes the flag.
Yeah.
Lined up on the neutral zone or something like that.
Outside.
So that gave him Zapata that first down that kept them going for another drive. And then that's where we shoot ourselves in the foot.
I think looking forward, one thing to keep, especially in this upcoming game against Brackett, is to see how well Crystal does inside the red zone, inside the 20, to see if they can make any adjustments, because that's an area where Crystal struggled against Zapata. Hopefully they can make some adjustments.
And what do you guys think about the passing? Because we made some reference to that as far as last week, that we wanted to see more passing, and it looked like Sebastian actually stepped it up to the notch, and we had over 100 yards passing.
Yeah, he looked a lot comfortable in the pocket than in the prior games. He stays in there, stays there a little bit longer. Yeah, they have the rush coming, but he adjusts to it. I like the way he got rid of the ball. He threw really nice passes. Receivers,
especially on the move.
Yeah.
I think he did real well rolling to our right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What I liked about the receivers is that when they threw him, they threw to him in stride. He didn't have to, turn back for the ball or slow down. He just caught him right in stride.
He didn't play like Tony Romo.
Tony Romo was the thing, man.
Tony Romo was the only one keeping the Cowboys from losing every game.
Oh, well, there you go. Wow. Save that for later on that one.
I think one other thing I would like to see Sebastian do more. And I think I only saw him once. He did a quarterback sneak, and I think he went for like
You know what?
over 5 yards.
I like that
He
play.
carried the whole.
He moved the pile.
He moved the power. And
I like that.
I hope he would do some more of that, or either.
I think he's a strong enough quarterback to do that.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that actually, and we talked about this last week as well, that he has a big body, he's strong, and he's got good speed. And he made some good, smart decisions at the end. One of them, when he threw the ball away, was smart, but the rule is that ball needs to go at least to the line of scrimmage. So that was the only thing that he wasn't confident about.
That's right, that's right.
So he just threw it away. And as I was seeing him, I was like, throw it away in the radio. And he did. I'm like, all right, until I saw that flag. I was like, and then I had to look at he didn't make the ball. The ball didn't go all the way to the line of scrimmage.
He had to go past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
As long as he was out of the pocket, he could have thrown it out. But it had to be past the line of scrimmage, and that was the only thing. But other than that, other running backs came through also at the end because Felix he's got to rest a little bit. And
Isaac Alvarez still doing some great work. Mr. Luna, he came in number 10, and he did some great runs for the Javelins.
Right. I love to give props to the line. They made some big holes for Felix to go through. There was one play where we saw it, and that hole was just huge.
Yes.
It was just a huge, huge hole. And, heck, I think Robert could have run through that.
Could have run through there.
That's a big hole.
But in all honesty, the linemen, big props to you guys.
And that's where it starts. So
The linemen, if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the game. You control the universe.
Yep. Yes.
And Zapata thought they had the edge on us, but I saw the same thing. I think our line, played well against their line, and at times I felt the same exact way. Where we were controlling them.
We control the line to a point where we had those big running plays from Felix Sanchez. The 40 yards, the 60 yarder, the 50 yarder.
That all starts with space.
Yeah, hold on to your block, make a hole, let the running back do its work. And then once he's in the secondary, that's up to him up there. But great job for the linemen, great props. Like I said, defense también. They showed that they could get out there and get after them and behind the line too. So great job. Unfortunately, we didn't come up with the win, and but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and talk about tonight's game. Who we're playing tonight, Robert?
Bracket. At home, right here. A little bit of home cooking.
Oh man!
Two games in a row. It's time for some backyard football here in the Highland Stadium. It should be an interesting game.
And I want you guys to make sure you go to the concession stand, Robert.
Oh yes.
The Athletic Booster Club will be ready for you.
We'll go over there and we'll do a full report. Later on, we'll have a report on Zapata's concession stands, me and David.
All right. Well, then we'll come back. Again, thank you for joining the Other Guys Sports Show Radio. And we're going to pay the bills with the sponsors, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Other Guys Sports Show. The first segment, we went over last week's game against Zapata. What was the final score on that one?
It was Crystal City 20, Zapata 30.
Which really does not depict what the game was all about.
Right, it was a lot
closer than that. I think it went down to the last couple of minutes because we did the onside kicks.
Yeah, even for Zapata, I think it was unprofessional for them to score at the last minute.
That's what I noticed.
Yeah.
They could have just nailed it and take a 22-20 victory.
Exactly. So that was kind of, I felt that they were rubbing it in our face.
Yeah.
But besides that,
But let's not talk about that because my blood pressure goes up pretty quick. But anyway, tonight we got a home field. We come home. We have Bracketville Tigers coming in to our stadium. Javelina, Hog Nation, the Hog Pit. What do we think? Bracketville's coming from a 1-1. Actually, they got rained down from what I understand last week. There was a lot of rain, that's for sure. And Crystal City, of course, 1-2. But I believe that 1-2 record really doesn't depict what we could really do at this time.
and also coming into the game, I know Bracket, like you said, David, they were rained out last week, so they come in here well rested. So you have to keep that in mind to see, how rested they are, or they might be rusty. Who knows?
Now, last time they played was against La Pryor, and they got beat at the last minute of the game, where actually LaPrire scored and they went for the win. They didn't go for the tie. They could have kicked the field goal and go for the tie, but LaPrire was playing at Brackenville, and LaPrire went for the win. The 2-point conversion succeeded. LaPrire wins over Brackenville. Now, don't tell me that's not a heartbreaker right there. So how does Brackenville come back out of that one? And then not only that, not play the following week?
So it's been a long 2 weeks for Brackenville, so I'm pretty sure they're going to have coming in with a chip on the shoulder.
Either that, or they're going to have something lingering on them and say, you know what, we got beat, we didn't play. I don't know.
I don't know what to think, guys, because I feel that Brackett is a strong team, but I feel Cruz City has proven themselves worthy of being considered a great team as well. I mean, we've been able to move that ball. We've been doing good defensively. Yes, we have some breakdowns, but those breakdowns, I'm telling you, it's just mental. Mental can be fixed, guys. They can learn. You know, the skills is there, and I feel strong that Cruz City will be able to pull this one off. And for later on, that's going to be my prediction that the Javelinas will take this one.
Now, when we have a running back that rushes over 200 yards per game, isn't that not a fantasy football pick automatically first round?
Yes, it is. First
Okay,
pick right there.
so right there and then, all right, Crystal City 1, Bracket 0. What else we got? Right now, we have a young quarterback coming into place. Brackenville is more of a running game.
The running game, and traditionally, they're
Defense.
They're a winning program. They know how to win. They come to the playoffs. So traditionally, they have tradition on their side.
Yeah.
So they have to come for something.
Yeah, and they have been making noise in their divisions. They're now a 3A. Of course, they were a 2A, I believe. Now they're a 3A, and they play with all these, and they are playoff bound in the past couple of years. But this year, it seems like they're having trouble to finishing games. They're having trouble with the big schools or the name schools like LaPrire. I think they lost against Fall City or who did they lose the first game? I'm not too sure. We'll look up on that one, see who they lost their first game with. But they lost they won their first game. I'm sorry, but they lost the last game. Yeah, but they lost their first game against LaPrire. But I think Brackenville's coming here to Crystal. It's gonna be loud. It's a big home side, and I believe Crystal City has the elements to win this game, to win any game. I think. Just let's see how the coaches make the little adjustments here and there.
Yeah, and we talked about this on the break, and we talked about how we do have a good kicker in our team. Aurelio Ibarra has been kicking those extra points consistently with no issues. So I feel Coach Lopez should consider anytime we're in the red zone, if we're 4th and long, that we should be kicking the field goal. I think we have a kicker in Crystal City that can make them. So
and in other years, we haven't had kickers.
No, they haven't.
And I think that's where it is, that we never really had a true kicker. But
I can remember far back, the last kicker I can think of.
That's too far.
Is Ken Sulaica.
Oh my God!
I remember him.
He had a great kick. He's now our barber here in Crystal City is Slicks. So a little promo there for Mr. Slick, man.
Good job.
He always says, "Feel good, look good."
I like that.
So and the kicker is really important in today's game. There's 3 points. You can swing it, momentum.
Yep.
And that's something that Coach
Help
Lopez
us
should
at those
consider.
close games when we win.
Yeah, especially those close games that we lose by 3, by 2,
'Cause,
even by 6.
In the last previous games, I know we were in the red zone going for it on 4th and goal, and we missed them. And that could have been 3-point opportunities.
Exactly.
So that's something that they should consider themselves having a weapon, as we were talking about weapons.
Yeah, hopefully they can utilize them more, especially going into district play too.
Start using them now,
as a
because
weapon.
we talked about quarterback Sebastian out there getting more confident, trying to throw the ball in the air. I think that this is not district play, guys. So this is the time to learn, pick up,
Try stuff out, see what doesn't work, see what
yeah,
works.
and have the
Test it
kids,
too.
yeah. So
Test it out.
and so far so good. This is the thing that we know. The beast is out there. He can run. Felix Sanchez is already, to me, for sure, one of our greatest running backs we've had in years. And he's been doing this guy since he was a freshman.
Yeah.
So this kid can really run the ball.
And he's up there with the running backs. He's up there. I mean, we've had great running backs as well. But every running back is unique. Like I said. I mean, Felix is, downhill, I'll mow you down, plow you, and, get out of my way.
Yeah, once it's an open field, turns a corner, it's hard. Hard to bring him down and catch him from behind.
Yeah, and it's funny because he doesn't seem like he's going that fast, but I think he has a slow motion for everybody else because once he's running, everybody looks slow mo.
I'm telling you.
I just see Felix just going by. I'm like, he doesn't look like he's running that fast, but man, everybody's just separating from him. I'm like, man, that looks awesome.
But again, like I said, linemen continue making those holes for whoever's in the backfield. Make those holes. Stay with your blocks. You did great last week. Tonight, same thing. Go up to them.
And I hope tonight we see a little bit more of Alvarez, Mr. Luna, those other backs, to step up and hopefully we give a good show for our fans out there, and hopefully they're getting ready to come into our game.
That's right.
With spirit.
That's right. And then, like I said, hey guys, we were out there in the fans last week. We did the 1, 2, 3 first down. People starting to get into it. That's what we need. That's what the athletes need. When they turn around and see the fans and they're on their feet and they're yelling and then they're saying, they got their back. I mean, as an athlete, as I played a little ball as well. You feel that and you that kind of encourages you to say, you know what, gives you momentum.
Yeah.
You want to get in there and the band's playing and slowly, and again, we're there, we're yelling, hey band, it's 3rd down and 2, let's get loud. So, band, I've noticed they've been playing on 3rd downs and, so anytime, that we can help, if anybody has questions, come up to us and let us know.
Let's be a true 12th man on the field.
The true 12th man on the field. Let's get loud. Hey, students, paint your face, put your wacky green and gold wigs, whatever it is. Just get out there, show your true colors out there. But like I said, tonight it's going to be a good game, but I believe Chris is going to pull it off.
I'm going for Chris, so we're going to go ahead and start making some picks here, guys. So.
Well, before we do that, let's go ahead and just recap last week's.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I want to hear it.
Last week.
Give it to me.
Good week.
Last week's predictions. I'm going to start first on the total for the week. First place is Alvaro with 7 correct picks.
All right.
Then David with 6.
What? Can you repeat that?
6. I read that correctly. That's 6. And the last 2 with me, Bobby and myself, with 5 correct picks.
I see a turnaround here of the season.
It's a long season.
That's what we've been saying from the first.
And also, I would just to recap on the game to recover. I'll just make it real quick. The first game, of course, Zapata beat Crystal 30-20. Pleasanton defeated Carrizo 34-21. Laredo OBJ defeated Divine 14-2. Lido beat Pearsall 33-14. Mathis destroyed Poteet 66-12.
What was I thinking?
And in other area games, Natalia defeated La Pryor 31-8. That was surprising. Right there. Next game is Ovalde beat Roma 14-6.
Ovalde 3-0.
And another exciting game from what I hear, Hondo beat Minera Valley 27-21. Eagle Pass Eagles defeated Eagle Pass Win. Nice rival over there. 27-7. Sabinal defeated Cutula 28-20. That was closer than I thought it was going to be. And like David mentioned earlier, Brackett versus Post, that game was canceled due to rain and lightning. So that concludes that on the district play. So what do you think, David?
Well, tonight, like I said, Crystal City, hometown, green and gold, under the lights. I think we're tired. I feel our kids are tired and say, you know what? We've been so close, so many games. We don't want this to be a close game. We want to be a blowout. We want to go out there, smash mouth football, no holds bar, taking names. You know, we're going to go out there, and I think we have something to improve prior to going to the district. And I think tonight is the night where the Javelinas just completely go ballistic and open up Pandora's box on Bracketville. And that's me.
David, I'm with you 100% here. I'm already getting pumped up, guys. I feel that the Javelins.
Put me in, coach. I want to.
Yes, I feel that the Javelins, they get over the hump tonight. I think they're ready. You know, they're tired of being almost there. I think they've proven that they can do it. They're in Crystal City. I feel that I don't think Brackett will have enough firepower against our Javelinas.
Okay.
So I'm going with the Crystal City Javelinas.
Crystal Javelinas. Now, me, matter of fact, this is a tough game for me to pick.
Oh my God.
What are you going to do, Rob?
No whole, Brackett is a good team. They come in well fresh, rested. But Crystal, I think overall they have the better team, the better athletes. They got speed. Defense is coming their way. Bobby mentioned it. Field goal kicking is coming. Overall, they're doing better. But I'm still torn, honestly. I'm still torn.
Don't be torn.
I think it could be closer than what people think, but I believe Crystal's going to pull it off.
Oh.
And Crystal, assuming, of course, they don't do too much turnovers and penalties. If they do that or minimize it, I think they can pull
That's
it off.
what we call faith, Robert. That's what we call faith.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I got to see it first. But they're going to pull it off, though.
Well, you know what? I know you have reserved seats, Robert. Make sure you're there early anyway.
I'll be there early.
All right.
To be into that.
All right, right off the bat, Crystal's going to win.
That's
There
for
you
sure.
go.
But what I want to see more of the running of our other running backs mixed into our play calls,
There you go.
like set up plays for them, like misdirection with our main running back, so
Yeah.
the other one can just take off,
Okay.
and some more planned draws with the quarterback.
Oh, I like, yeah.
So if he
definitely.
goes back, they think it's a pass, so the linebackers drop back in coverage. You have him just run up.
Quarterback draw. Like I said, Robert mentioned last week with Sabata, they did that, I think, once or twice, but it was very noticeable that they moved the ball.
Yes.
It was a good 6-7 yards,
They moved
something
the
like
ball.
that. So anyway, I'm glad we all agreed. That way, we don't have to call the cops on anybody here today. So we all
But
agree.
I was close picking the bracket. I was this close. I was this close. But I feel that this is the right decision. Crystal's going to win.
You always should go with your good intentions, Robert. Don't listen to the evil things in your head.
Don't listen to the devil, Rob. Don't listen to that devil.
Don't listen. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to resist.
So anyway, great game tonight. Javelinas win. Be out there. Be supportive. We're gonna be there. But let's go ahead and go straight to our district matches now. Straight into it. We have quickly Carrizo playing Zapata at Carrizo. Carrizo lost to Pleasanton in the last week, 20-24. And of course, as you know, Zapata, they pulled out a win against Crystal last week. To me, Zapata's coming to Carrizo. Carrizo also is at that point at 1-2 where they're done. They're frustrated. They want to win at home. Carrizo Wildcats.
Nope, I can't pick Carrizo in good faith, so it's Sabata.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
wow! How about old Garza?
I get it.
I'll go ahead, Rob.
I'll take it. Now, this one, if I haven't seen Zapata play, I would have selected, I would have taken Zapata to win. But after seeing them play against Crystal, knowing that we were almost there, or can beat them, I think Carrizo is going to beat them. Close game, but Carrizo's going to win.
I think we touched on this earlier. Is Carrizo going to have a starting running back?
I
game?
got my sources again, Bobby. I cannot reveal them, but I
Okay.
got my sources from Carrizo. They had a monster running back that wasn't able to play. Still won't be able to play, but they guarantee me they have two other running backs that stepped in and they averaged over 100 yards each in the last two games. So it's not that they're missing him, but I'm sure it would help. But they're not going to be there this week.
Because I really want to. I think Carrizo should take him.
Yeah.
I feel Zapata is not. I don't know. I feel Zapata has an edge, but I'm gonna go with Carrizo on this one. Just
Carrizo at home.
Carrizo at home, the
There
home
you go.
field.
Good deal. Good choice.
Keep my standings close to you guys. Okay. Strategic pick here.
There you go. Smart man. So let's go now to Divine. Divine, surprisingly, 1-2 right now. Divine. But of course, you have to take in consideration they've been playing a lot of the San Antonio schools.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get any easier for them this week. They got San Antonio Central Catholic High School. And what's their mascot, Alvaro?
The buttons?
The Buttons.
Buttons.
Of course,
Dad.
they're a private school.
Yeah, they're a private school. But they are a 2-1 school, and they've made some noise. Actually, Central Catholic has they beat last week Holmes Huskies 35-19. So they have a passing attack. Actually, Joseph, the quarterback for Central Catholic, 21 out of 33 for 342 yards and 5 TDs.
It's true. Traditionally, Central Catholic, they're more like a aero tag type of team. So I think I see it continuing that
Yeah.
way.
I believe Divine. I like Divine. I've always respected Divine. Like I said, don't like them, but I'll respect them because they have a program. Divine is a running team. They do have good running backs. It takes them longer to score, but Central Catholic can put up the numbers quick with their passing attack. So I'm going to go Central Catholic Buttons at Central Catholic to beat Divine.
With all that said, guys, I picked Divine.
Old pick.
Okay. Upset here. I think Divine will take this game
At Central Catholic.
at Central Catholic.
There you go.
Well, no, it's going to be Central Catholic. They're at home. They'll pass you to death. And
Air attack.
the Divine offense didn't score last game against Laredo LBJ.
That's true.
They only got a safety in that game.
Yeah.
They only got a safety. That was in the second quarter. Divine had a safety. So they were leading in the second quarter. But then Laredo Johnson scored 14 points in the third quarter, and that was it. Divine didn't score at all after that.
Yeah, I think one angle, Divine, traditionally they score a lot of points, but for the last first 3 games, they haven't really scored too many points. That concerns me. If you can't score points against a passing team that can score touchdowns in a few seconds, I think it's hard.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be real hard. So my money is with Central Catholic.
Yeah, I feel that it's tough. It's tough. And one thing we were talking about earlier, now Central Catholic, their mascot is the Buttons. So if any true fan out there, anybody in the Hog Nation out there knows what a button is, or what the mascot is for Central Catholic, Buttons, put it on Facebook, go to Facebook, see, show your karma, your football, high school knowledge, and then we'll see if you're correct. We know what it is, but do you know what it is? All right, let's move on. We got Pearsall at Stockdale. Pearsall, of course, got their first defeat at Lytle, 14-33. Coach, gosh, doggone. They have their running backs, but for whatever reason, Lytle's defense just came up strong and kept them both, their 2 running backs, to 60 yards rushing each. And so, I mean, Lytle had a good defense, or Pearsall just met their match. And of course, with Stockdale, 0-3.
Yeah,
So-
they lost against Taft,
Yeah.
Kennedy, and Fall City. Fall City is the only good team there really on that list.
They lost 0-33 against Fall City. But what I like about it, it's gonna be the game of cows.
Oh, really?
Pearsall Mavericks and Stockdale Brahmas.
So be a smelly game right there.
There's a lot of BS in this game right there. But in all saying all everything, Pearsall's too strong. Stockdale can't stop them. I like Pearsall at Stockdale.
Last time I picked a winless team, I got rocked. That was my only.
I hope you learned your lesson.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. Pearsall to take this.
Pearsall, good
So you
choice.
go with Pearsall on that one?
Yep.
I'll go too much Pearsall, too much offense, too much defense, bigger school, Stockdale, smaller school. Pearsall's going to run all over this. Pearsall big in this one.
What you got, Bobby?
I think Pearsall will win this one, Robert. I'm going with Pearsall.
Pearsall Mavericks.
I'm kind of disappointed that they actually lost last week.
Delido?
Yes.
Well, that was a good team, though. It's a
Here's
good
a
team.
tissue. Wipe your tear.
It's a good team.
All right, so everybody agrees with Pearsall. All right, our ticket to the playoffs right here. We got Poteet Aggies playing at home. 0-3 though, but they're playing at home. But they got the Pleasanton Eagles 3-0 coming to town to play them. Pleasanton just finished beating Carrizo 34-21. They're a running offense, and their defense just monsters. Poteet, they lost to Mathis last week 12-66. So they scored, but there's no defense there to stop anything. I don't see anything. Actually, I'm cringing right now just looking at the game. But Pleasanton to take it at Poteet. No. Maybe start the second stringers.
Maybe so.
Well, I don't see anything changing from last week. I think Pleasanton's going to take this.
I think Robert said it earlier. I hope Pleasanton brings in third string, fourth string in there and get them some game time.
Rest the starters a little bit.
Well, not too much because I still need Poteet to lose. Those are still our ticket, guys. So I'm going with Pleasanton on this one.
Matter of fact, this game, maybe women and children should not attend this game. It's gonna be bad.
You might want to turn away.
Yeah, you want
once
to
in a while.
turn away.
Forecast thunderstorms right here. Don't even show up.
This is not gonna be pleasant for Poteet. I think the best outcome for Poteet
It's to stay. Yeah, no injuries.
no injuries.
Yes.
That's the only best outcome you can have for Poteet.
Yeah, and
No
I think
injuries.
that's of anything
But
of any football team.
Pleasanton's gonna run away with this one,
Yeah,
big.
definitely.
So Pleasanton big in this one.
All right, so it sounds good. So, Robert, before we take a little break, let's go to our concession stand confidential. Last week, Zapata, what did you think?
Stat. How was that?
Want me to go first, David?
Go ahead and go first, Robert. Oh, you know what? I'll take it first.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll take it first. The Zapata football field. Unfortunately, the one thing is they didn't have a concession stand on the visitor side. We actually had to walk into the track field and go across and then get to the concession stand. But mind you, once you were there, the lines were short. I ordered the nachos, ordered a soda. Soda was super cold, great. And the nachos were almost theater-type nachos. They had a little canister filled with the cheese, and they had a little container next to it with extra cheese if you wanted it. And not only that, if you asked for jalapenos, they poured them on for you. So you didn't have to do any of the work. So other than I had to walk about 10 miles.
No minus points for that, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was raining too, and it was, believe me, a guy like me and my bum knees, it takes an effect. So if anything, Zapata I give him 3 stars.
3 stars. Well, for me, overall, the food was better. Like you said, it was a little distance to walk over there, but not so bad. I think the people there were friendly. I also guess I'm not sure they were good. The drinks were cold. They were good too. Overall, it was good. Overall, it was good. Real good. So I give it a 3.9. It was slightly higher than Cotula's, but
Oh!
I do give them a deduction. 1 point deduction for not being there. So the total score is at 2.9.
Oh,
I have to walk over there. This is not acceptable. People from Crystal, they like to eat.
That's right. Hey, Crystal people, Hog Nation, we like to eat. All right, so keep the food hot, the drinks cold,
And the
make
walking
sure.
the minimum.
That's right. So anyway, we're gonna go back. We're gonna take a little break. We'll come back and start another segment. So if anything, stay out there, listen to our radio.
Stay tuned, guys. KHER 94.3.
We're here again. We're in another segment. We did our game for tonight, previous game last week. and now went through the district. Of course, there are some indifferences, but I think we all came together with it. Came with Poteet and the other games against. So anyway, I know there's some key games out there, Robert, that you've been looking at. What do you got out there for us?
Sure. The first game is going to be a good game, matter of fact. La Par coming into the game at 1-2. At Cotula, 0-3. What do you think? What do you think, David?
Well, let me tell you, Cotula just played Sabinal last week, and Sabinal barely snuck out of there 20-28 against Cotula. So I mean, I think Cotula is in that same area where we're at, where they're just on the edge of breaking out. They just need little things go their way. Maybe I'm not too sure on the penalties on their side, but if they can keep with Sabinal, if they can play us, and I think they have a good chance to compete in their district. So I like, God dog it, and Cotula. I like Cotula, coach.
Cotula?
Yeah, I like Cotula at home.
What do you think, Alvaro?
At home, Cotula at home. That's good edge, good edge. I have to go with La Fire. Because La Fire has that winning edge when that last game when they went for 2 to win it.
Okay.
They want to win it.
They want to win it. What do you think, coach?
Me? I think it should be a good game. I'm a little disappointed on La Prior that they can't score. It seems that offensively they can't score enough points. But Cotula, especially I was surprised at the score against Sabinal. That was quite surprising. So I'm going with Cotula in this one. An upset, I think. At home, Cotula. Close game. I think we will win it.
Oh God, guys! I'm gonna go an upset. I think it's an upset, but I think La Prior wins this game.
Oh, La
Good
Prior.
man.
Oh, okay. Now that we did our picks, I forgot to mention I have some insight also on the Prior.
Oh, go. Let's see how this insight goes. Can we?
I just got an insight from La Prior, good sources, that they did have some injuries last game. So they have 2 key players that are going to be out for this week. So I'm not too sure if that's going to make a difference or not. One is a lineman, and the other one I believe is a running back or receiver, something like that.
You just brought me some memories. I was talking to some guy from La Prior, and he was telling me that 5 of their starting lineup is out.
It's banged up, right? Something like that. So anyway, but let's keep moving on,
I'm
Robert.
gonna stick with my pick.
Okay,
No guts, no glory.
the next game here is
We got guns.
it's going to be San Antonio Holy Cross coming into the game at 1-1. At Hondo coming into the game at 2-1. Now, this should be a good game too. Also, what do you think, David?
Holy Cross. Actually, I believe, I'm not sure if they're in the same district or in the same district with Central Catholic.
Yes, I think so.
I think so. The way I see it, they have Jesus on their side, so I don't know how they
and
can lose.
he's undefeated.
And he's undefeated. Hondo. Right.
Oh man.
I like Central Catholic at home.
Central Catholics. Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, Holy Cross.
Holy Cross.
Holy Cross. Well, if it was Central Catholic, I would have picked them too. I like Holy Cross at home.
What do you think, Alvaro?
Hondo is usually good. Holy Cross. Jesus.
Jesus.
So,
Blasphemy.
I have to go Holy Cross.
Holy Cross at home.
Well, I'm going, since I went against Hondo, and believe me, I don't like Hondo at all.
Don't do it.
I'm going to make that statement, but I think Hondo should take this one
no, Hondo.
Oh.
at Berry Field.
Matter of fact, I think this is going to be a heck of a game. And also, I had trouble choosing a pick, a winner on this game. Because Hondo, for whatever reason, have a knack to win. They have a knack to win, especially last week against Minnehaha Valley. I don't know how to do it, but just find a way to do it.
And that's why I chose Robert. Let's see, where are you going here? Where are you leaning towards?
But what are your thoughts on Holy Cross?
But Holy Cross, I think they're a proven team. I think they're a winning team also. But I want to say that Holy Cross is going to win this one. It just has more firepower than Hondo. I think Hondo Magic is the end.
Hondo Magic is no match for Jesus.
He's not, and I hope Jesus takes over and Holy Cross.
So I'm going with Holy Cross.
There you go.
Okay, so the third game here is going to be, now this is going to be a good game also. Fall City 2-0 at Sabinal 3-0. What do you think, David?
Well, Fall City Beavers, Sabinal Yellow Jackets. They're both 2A. They're both 2A. Fall City has proven themselves, but they've also been proven that they can be beat. Sabinal till now is 3-0. They haven't been beat. They're playing at Sabinal.
At Sabinal.
I like Sabinal. Take it.
Sabinal, it is.
Yeah, and 7-0's schedule was them punching up against bigger schools than them, aren't
Oh
they?
yeah.
So against that, they've won twice and lost only one.
No,
They've
Sabinal's undefeated.
been bigger schools as well.
Yeah.
So I have to give the edge to 7-0 at home too as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Bobby, you want to take it or how much you do it?
Fall City on this one, Rob.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Did you take your pills this morning?
Fall City takes it. I think they give Sabinal their first defeat.
Wow. At Sabinal.
At Sabinal.
Wow.
Bobby, I like the way you're thinking, Bobby. I like the way you're thinking. Also, this is going to be a close game also. Fall City went deep in the playoffs last year. Sabinal,
That was last year.
That was last year, but Sabinal, they're winning so far, but not convincing, but they're winning. So you can't take nothing away from them.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a game that Sabinal is going to go down. So Fall City is going to win.
There we go, Rob.
Go Beavers!
Go Beavers!
Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
No way.
So the next game here is going to be Lido coming into the game at 3-0 at Rio Grande City at 0-3, matter of fact.
Yeah.
Grula.
Yeah, can't pronounce it. Gula?
Grula High School.
Gula High School.
Oh, Grula High School, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'll tell you this much. Grula High School, what is their mascot? I don't even know what their mascot is.
I'm not sure.
And you tell
I
me
think
why?
they're the Gators.
Gators.
That's right. It was the Gators. But you know what? It took me a while to find out because there was no information on Grula High School. I tried to Google them on myessay.com and everything. They didn't even have them on the list. Just for that reason, I'll take.
Lido.
Yeah, well, where are they playing first?
In Lido.
At Lido, right?
No, they're playing over there in Rio Grande.
I have it here as Joy Stadium.
Is that the name of the stadium?
Yeah, for Lido.
Regardless where they're going to play, they can play at the parking lot. They can play in
Yeah.
Dilley. I'll take Lido. Lido was too strong for Pearsall. There's no way. There's no way. Gators get cooked.
Yeah, Lido's going to overpower them.
I'm going with Lido just because they beat Pearsall and I can't go against them this week. They surprised me big time last week.
Oh yeah.
Also, I'm going with Lido Bag. Rio Grande coming in 0-3. Who knows who they beat? But apparently they can be. They haven't beat anybody, so that's the point. So I'm going with Lido to not even a close game in this.
All right.
God
yeah.
only knows who they can beat.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
true.
and the next game here on our list here is going to be Nixon Smiley coming into the game at 2-1 at Dilley Grey Wolves at 0-3. Surprising 0-3 with Dilley.
Now I don't know what's going on with Dilley. They just can't find a rhythm right now. They're not the same Dilley of other years. Dilley was known for speed kills, and that took them a long way into their district and at times to the playoffs. But no, Dilley falls again. I'll go with the Laredo team.
Nixon Smiley.
Nixon Smiley.
Nixon's fine. That's right. I was thinking Laredo Nixon. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Dilly, right?
Yeah.
Right. And gosh,
Yeah.
gosh field.
Yeah, I have to go with Nixon.
Nixon. Yep.
Nixon. What do you think, Bobby?
Well, I'm leaning towards Laredo Nixon. I think Dilley, like you said, has been a really disappointment as far as I felt that they were going to be a real strong team, but for statistical reasons,
Oh,
I have to
big
go.
words now.
Laredo Nixon Smiley.
Yeah. Remember, they're not from Laredo.
They're not from Laredo. Scratch that, then, Robert. Nixon Smiley.
Okay,
The Mustangs.
I did that error.
Dilly.
I moved them to Laredo.
I don't know what's wrong with Dilly, but they're having. I think he only scored like 6 points the whole 3 games they played so far. So apparently they're struggling offensively.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with that one, but I'm going with Nixon Smiley just because I like their name, Nixon Smiley. So I'm going with them.
Yeah,
In a good
very
game,
Even if they're not from Laredo.
even though I'm from Laredo. Okay, now this one, this could easily be one of the key games of the week, but I decided to throw it in here. This will be Port Lavaca Calhouns at 1-2 at Cuero at 3-0 Cuero Gobblers.
Jesus.
It's gonna be a monster game.
It's gonna be a barn burner. I'll tell you that much. Port Lavaca Calhoun. Surprisingly, they are at where they're at.
Yes,
1-2. Surprisingly, but they played good teams.
Yes.
They played good teams. Port Lavaca knows how to score. They know how to play defense. They are playoff veterans. They know how to win. Regardless of what they say, Port Lavaca, Calhoun, Sand Crabs know how to win. But Cuero, slowly they've been. Before in the 80s, they were the team to beat in 3A. Cuero Gobblers. But they disappeared. They went low under the radar for a little bit. But slowly they've been coming out to the playoffs more and more. Heck of a game. But I like Cuero, Coach.
Cuero,
I like Cuero. You know, I love Port Lavaca. I like the way they play. But I like Cuero Gobblers taking it home.
Okay.
Close though, right?
Close game, yes. Very close game.
Close games. Cuervo's at home. But I think Port Lavaca has enough to overcome the home
That's
edge.
what I was thinking, but
I say Port Lavaca.
I'm going with Alvaro here. Port Lavaca is my pick.
Port Lavaca it is. Okay,
+7.
+7.
oh,
I also say this is going to be a heck of a game.
yeah.
Cuero, is, like David said, they're coming around. They're playing good teams. And they're 3-0. You can't say nothing bad about them. Port Lavaca, they're a scoring machine. They haven't played to their potential yet. But I have a feeling that Thanksgiving is come early. And Port Lavaca is going to beat them.
There we go, Rob.
Oh,
So
man.
Port Lavaca.
All right. I see what's happening here.
So, and just to let everybody know that Eagle Pass win, they have a bye. And also Valde have a bye.
Vivaldi 3-0.
Yeah, so we'll get to them again next week. So that concludes the other high school area games. David, you have a key game of the week?
Yeah. So again, for whatever reason, if you're traveling, you got visiting family members up in Dallas, San Antonio, wherever coastal area. One of the games that stood out, and if you're somewhere up there by Baylor, Dallas, going towards Dallas, don't miss out on this game. Cibolo Steel from San Antonio, Cibolo Steel Knights, ranked number 6 in the state against DeSoto Eagles, ranked number 4 in the state. Now let me give you a little information on both teams. Cibolo Steel Knights, Coach, they have only allowed 3 points in 3 games. That's all they've allowed. So defense, monster juggernauts. But then comes DeSoto Eagles. They have this young man, Jalen Nelson. Last week, he threw for 5 TDs, but it doesn't stop there. He ran for 2 more. So what happens when you have an
Immovable object.
versus
Unstoppable force.
what gives? I don't know. Coach, I'm even tempted to go over there.
Robert and I had that game to see. It's the game of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's one place I would like to be,
That would
it's
be
in
it.
Waco, Texas.
Yeah, and not only that, what's cool about it is that where else can you go to Baylor Stadium and only pay $4-6 to go see a high school game like this? At a stadium like this, and 2 monster teams, Cibolo Steel Knights versus DeSoto Eagles, number 6 versus number 4 in the state of Texas.
And who do you think takes this one, David?
Oh my gosh!
Because this is going to be, based on the rankings, it's a close game in itself.
Yeah.
4-6.
Defense wins championships. I believe that. They've proven it. I like Cibolo Steel Knights to shut down DeSoto Eagles. Trim them down, ground them on the ground. Cibolo wins by 3.
By 3.
Yeah, defense is win championship, but the Eagles should put them up and just light them up. I think Cibolo will slow them down, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be DeSoto.
This is one game I'll be checking on my app for updates because I think I'm rooting for Steel to win. I think DeSoto, there's a reason why they're ranked 4th over Steel. So I think DeSoto should win this game. But I'm going for Steel Knights to win it. But that's on the hope. For picks,
Oh, you're hoping. You're confusing me, Bobby.
Yeah.
DeSoto
Pick a team right now.
DeSoto isn't a team to pick. I'm just hoping Steel wins
Oh,
it.
okay.
Okay.
I'm going with Steel on this one. I think they're just proven in the playoffs, and also, the other team also by all means. But I think they're just too much athleticism on Steel's end, running backs across the boards.
Defense coach.
And it's going to be a heck of a game defensively. So I think I'm in a close game.
Close game.
And a close game, but Steel's going to take this one, I think.
And we'll see it tonight. Remember, at midnight they show the high school recaps on Fox Southwest, and that's where we get a lot of our scores as well for tonight.
Let me also mention my key game of the week. Of course, it's not as epic as that game. David was mentioning it. But still, a local game might be of interest. It's going to be Rockport Fulton coming to the game at 3-0 versus Ingleside.
At Ingleside.
At Ingleside at 2-1. Now, Rockport has defeated Aransas Pass 41-20. They defeated Centon 65-53. And
Basketball.
I know.
Is that the basketball game or the football game?
And also they defeated Kingsville King 28-11. So this is going to be a good game. I wish I also could see it, but I can only be in one place at once. So this should be an interesting game.
Wait 4 more years, they'll be able to clone you.
And by all means, Ingleside is no pushover. They're 2-1, like I mentioned. They defeated Ingleside defeated Rio Grande City. Now this is the other big school, 41-14. Ingleside also defeated Beeville Jones, 34. Excuse me, they lost with Beeville, 45-34, and they defeated Ingleside. No, Ingleside defeated Aransas Pass, 28-14. So, just to give you.
Who do you like, Robert?
Me, I think too much Rockport. Too much offense. I think they're gonna beat it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I'll agree. Rockport, they can put them up quick. They can put the numbers up.
Those are crazy numbers there.
I'm telling you, I thought you were talking about basketball already. I didn't know it was started. But I'll take Rockport to beat Ingleside.
Well, basketball scores, but that means they hung 53 on them in the win. So
It's true. So
I think Ingleside has a chance. Ingleside.
Oh.
take the home field advantage.
Yeah.
I like this guy. He just throws it out there no matter what.
So I say Rockport.
Rockport. Too much offense.
Offense wins this one.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into college real quick.
Yeah, real quick, we'll do the
Real
college.
quick, college. We're going to trim it down a little bit. We have 3 games this week. And also in the NFL, we have 3 weeks. Let me first jump into college real quick. The first game, I think UT, they have a bye this week.
Thank God.
They're not going to play.
Thank God.
Thank you, Jesus.
So they're not going to play. The first game I have here on my list is going to be Mississippi State coming in at 3-0 at LSU, ranked number 8 in the AP poll. 3-0 LSU Tigers. So what do you think, David, of this game?
LSU all the way. I don't think they at home. I don't see them losing at home. They're too strong defensively, offensively.
Death Valley, right?
Death Valley, that's right. So LSU to take it at home.
Yep, LSU, Mississippi State's bottom half of the SEC.
Yeah, they haven't. I don't think they've been
They're usually in the bottom half of the SEC division. Too strong.
too strong. Yeah.
LSU is too strong.
I'm going. Matter of fact, I'm going with the upset in this one. I think Mississippi.
Oh.
Even though lately they haven't playing real last couple years well, but I have feeling. I don't know. I'm going with my gut again.
Oh.
It's a constant struggle with my gut. So I'm going with my gut again on Mississippi State. I might be going on the limb on this one. But I'm going with Mississippi State.
That's an entire tree, Rob.
Rob, I'm gonna go with you on this one with Mississippi State.
Oh, we're gonna catch up next week.
Yeah.
On the picks.
Okay, so the next game, this will also be a good game. Start of the Big 12, matter of fact.
Big what? Big 12.
Big
Big,
12?
you mean the Big Ten?
Yeah, Big 10. Well, the only conference that everybody plays each other once, so,
Yeah.
so I had to come for something. Anyway, so it's Oklahoma, 4 in the nation, coming into the game, 3-0 at West Virginia, 2-1. Now, keep in mind, West Virginia lost against Alabama in week 1. It was a close game.
Yep.
Close game.
That was a good game, though.
It was a good game.
That was a
there.
heck of a game.
Okay, Dave, what do you think, David?
Oh my goodness. Oklahoma. Oh. I gotta go Oklahoma, number 4. Yeah. Oklahoma, West Virginia. Yes, they have the opportunity to beat them. Can they? Maybe. Will they? No. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Rob, why you do this to me?
Why?
Why'd you pick the Oklahoma game?
I know they're rivals of UT, but still. You
West
never know.
Virginia.
West Virginia.
I cannot pick Oklahoma. Come on.
Come on.
Oklahoma.
It's blasphemy.
Oklahoma it is for Bobby.
I choose Oklahoma.
Okay. Man, I think this game's going to be closer than people think. I think West Virginia is playing better ball. I think it should be a close game, but I'm going to give the edge to Oklahoma. I think too much firepower with Oklahoma. So I'm going to pick Oklahoma to win in this game. In a close game, but Oklahoma wins. Okay, so in the last game on the college picks, it will be Clemson, ranked 22, at Florida State, number 1 on the AP poll, at 2-0. What do you think, David?
Oh man. Gosh. I think Florida State.
Florida State?
Yeah, I like Florida State.
Alvaro, what do you think, Alvaro?
Florida State.
Florida State,
Clemson might be.
and a close?
Clemson. What's Clemson's record?
Clemens.
Clemson's record.
Yeah, 1-1.
One.
Yeah, Florida State's gonna roll.
That's all I need to hear.
Florida State.
Florida-
2-0. And they're the ones putting up the most numbers in college right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Offensively, they're ranked number 1, I think.
me too. I think it'll be close early on. I think Florida State, for a reason, they play like how their opponents are.
Yeah.
They're weak. They play complete weak.
They match up.
Yeah, they match up. But I think at the end, Florida State is going to pull away, and I think Florida State is going to win this one.
Okay.
So that concludes the college. Just go ahead and jump real quick to the NFL real quick, so we can wrap up this session. The first game, Cowboys 1-1 at Rams at 1-1. We'll start with
Awesome.
Bobby in this one.
The Cowboys came back. Tony Romo's vision came back to play. He was off. Russ fell off. Mr. Murray ran the ball. Des Bryant. I feel that the Cowboys take it to the Rams.
Take it to the Rams.
Now, they're playing at St. Louis, correct?
Yes.
It don't matter where they play now. Cowboys are ready. They're pumped.
They're
They
pumped.
should can play in the parking lot.
Now they
right
have a running game now.
Yeah, they can play in the parking lot right now. They're ready.
Okay. First week, they showed me nothing. Second week, they showed me they can play. Can they continue it? Possibly, and I think they will. Do I like picking the Cowboys? Not necessarily. But I will go with the safer bet. St. Louis struggling, not much of a defense. Quarterback problems as well. Actually, no running back. So, just put me down Dallas
Dallas.
As a maybe.
as a possible.
It's going to be the Cowboys, but they're going to make it too close. They're
Right?
going to do something to make it too close.
Too close or lose it at the end.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, one of the things about Tony Romo, he's the complete opposite of, Roger Staubach. Roger Staubach, anytime you were down 6 points, there was a minute left, you feel confident that the Cowboys had a chance to win.
Heck yeah.
With Tony Romo, I feel the opposite. We have a lead, I want the clock to run off because Tony Romo can't mess it up for me in the end.
Also, Roger Staubach also had an offensive line
And a running back.
And a running back.
He's the creator of the Hail Mary,
That's
so
right.
he threw it out there, and he made people believe America's team, and I'm a believer. So
Matter of fact, they're going to play like Rams, and the Rams, even though they're struggling, like I think they lost their quarterback
Right.
for the season again. The Rams play tough at home. They play tough at home, but if the Cowboys can score at least 21 points, they'll win this game, and I believe they can score at least 21 points because of the new running game and Romo. I'm not sure what's going on with Romo there, but
Does anybody even know what's going on with Romo?
but I want to give the Cowboys in this one in a close game by 3 points.
Oh my gosh.
man,
Okay, and next game here should be an interesting game. Matter of fact, the Redskins at Eagles. The Redskins are 1-1. The Eagles are 2-0.
RG3 is out, right?
RG3 is out.
Oh, Eagles all the way. Did you see that comeback they performed last week? Nice.
Even yesterday. Matter of fact, well, not yesterday. Excuse me. On
Last-
Monday night.
Monday night, yeah.
Yeah.
I say Redskins just because I hate the Eagles more than
Oh.
this is
I like-
a
I like-
pure
I like-
hatred pick.
I like the
Robert.
way Bobby makes choices.
This is all. This is all based on anger. I don't like either one. I hope it's a 2-0 game, and I hope
Everybody gets injured.
I hope everybody gets injured. You know, the lights go off. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Where's the Eagles?
It's Eagles.
Eagles all the way.
The-
Nick Foles is doing all right, but he'll pass all over the
Court, yeah.
Eagles.
This is gonna be a good game. Matter of fact, I hate both teams, like Bobby said, but I think that the Redskins are gonna win this one. I think
Right.
Oh.
Eagles magic.
There's no way. 'Cause
They
I have my
continue.
Eagles defense for this week's fantasy football.
I don't think they can continue this, especially with a newfound quarterback. RG3's out. I think this guy has something to prove. In the close game, I'm gonna go with the Redskins on this one.
All right,
Yeah.
Rob. Redskins.
So on the last game of the week here is going to be the Broncos 2-0 at Seattle at 1-1. Seattle
At
lost.
Seattle.
Shocking, they lost last week.
Yeah, without a doubt, Seattle at home. The loudest place in the NFL to play. Seattle. No, not even. I won't be surprised if Peyton Manning doesn't come out injured out of this one.
Well, I think Peyton Manning comes up to show. He thinks this is going to be the next Super Bowl. He's got something to prove. He was shout out on Super Bowl. I think he comes out with vengeance and proves a point. And I think Seattle, it'll be sleepless. There'll be
Sleepless in Seattle. I saw that movie.
They're gonna fall asleep in Seattle, and Peyton Manning takes it.
My wife made me watch it.
And Denver, Robert.
Seattle.
Seattle?
Too much for Denver. At
man.
home is too much for Denver. Seattle. It'll be closer than the Super Bowl.
If they would have won last week, I think I would have swayed Seattle. But if they lost to somebody,
They almost lost to the Chiefs.
Now, keep in mind, this is the
Denver.
NFL. Anybody can win in this game. I would love for Broncos to come there and take it to Seahawks.
Man, you hate everybody. Dude. Is there one team you don't hate, Robert?
Well, what can I say? But I think just Seattle, they're too tough at home. It's just too tough at home.
They bring the pain.
It'll be close, but Seattle's going to pull away. Low scoring game. Low scoring game. Seattle by 3.
Oh, please.
And just so I can throw some points in there, I'll say Denver by 14.
Oh, Denver by 14.
Yeah.
Hey, we're throwing numbers. Seattle by 50.
Okay, so that
Wow.
so that concludes the college. Oh, excuse me, the college and the NFL picks for this week.
So right now we're going to take another break and we're going to come back, recap everything, and we'll do our closing remarks. So, all right, Hog Nation, welcome back. We're going to wrap it up now, ending our segment for today. Again, thanks a lot for listening to us. I know it's a lot of information we throw out there. We kind of sidetrack a little bit, but, that's what football's all about.
And I'm pumped for tonight's game, David, for having us to kick some bracket butt here. Take away those stripes on those Tigers.
It'll be a heck of a game. I can do that much.
I give a game. I really feel if everything comes in place, as I know it can, as I know they can play, defensively, offensively, running the ball, throwing the ball, stacking up the line, hitting people hard, having us win tonight decisively. I don't think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be one of those games where we say, you know what, let's go. It's time to bring the pain, and it's here. What do you think, Alvaro?
Well, yeah, bring the pain, yes. I would like to see just more design plays to get space for the other running backs and the quarterback.
There you go. But anyway, again, fans out there tonight, be loud. Third downs. If the other team has the ball, let's get loud. We got to get into this game. Show the boys we're behind them 110%. Students, hey, we appreciate when you come in and you show your spirit. Hey, if it means painting your face, wearing the green and gold wig,
Do it.
do it. Hey, there's nothing wrong with supporting the green and gold. It's Hog Nation. We stand together. We fight together. That's what it's all about right here.
Right.
And don't forget, we're listening to our shows before the games. I'm not too sure on the times that we've got adjusted, but we will.
Hopefully we'll play it today at 4 o'clock. Hopefully you're hearing us today at 4 o'clock and
Yeah.
6 o'clock. So, and just to recap on the girls, they played last Tuesday against Divine. They came up short, but the girls are playing real good. And one of the things that they do play, or they're playing today, Carrizo Springs. So hopefully you're out there supporting the volleyball girls as well.
Great job.
Coach Tapia, Velasquez, and Diaz, coaches for our girls volleyball.
Go get them, girls.
And also on the same topic, on the volleyball girls topic, they're also going to play on Friday, September 26th, against Georgian Indians.
Right, and just I guess a reminder, my daughter was Player of the Week last week.
Hey,
So
must be.
I was proud of my daughter.
So she's following in her mother's footsteps then.
Yeah. I couldn't spike that ball if I wanted to.
And also, other things going around, or other athletes, cross country, they went and they ran in Eagle Pass last Saturday. Great job for being being a 3A school and going and running against Eagle Pass. They had Laredo out there, they had Del Rio, and of course Carrizo and other teams out there. But just to give you a little recap, the varsity boys placed second as a team. That means out of all the teams that went there, they got second place, which is awesome. The varsity girls also placed second place as a team overall as girls. And 8th grade boys got first place as a team. The 7th grade girls placed third as a team. So as a 3A school, we're running out there with the big schools, the big 6A, 5A schools, and we're bringing back team trophies.
Yeah, we're very competitive there.
Yeah, so great job, Coach Perez, Coach Sylvester. Yeah, so they're doing a great job with these boys and these young ladies, these young men. I know the other day I saw them running out there, and it was a little drizzly, but they were still running.
No, those kids are doing awesome.
Let me tell you this, I couldn't run to save my life. I tell you, maybe 30, 40 years ago, possibly. But right now, believe me, if there's a zombie apocalypse, we're done, Bobby.
If you see me running, please help me out. There's somebody following me.
Like they say in the zombie
a dog or a
apocalypse.
bear behind me.
The theory in the zombie apocalypse, I don't gotta be fast, I just gotta be faster than you.
Right? I'm a buffet there.
Some other games also, and we can't forget the junior high Mustangs. The volleyball girls that they're going to play on Monday. I don't have the opponent with me, but they're going to play on Monday.
So make sure you support our junior high kids.
Also the JV, the freshman team as well. I know they're having trouble getting games because not all towns have freshman and JV teams. But from what I understand, the freshman team has gone 3-0. The JV team's gone 3-0 as well. So those are future Mustangs moving up. So at one point in time, I'm hoping we get to like where Divine gets or Honda gets. We don't just how would I say? We don't just recap or bring up players. We just reload. We just reload.
And also this Thursday, September 24th, the Mustangs 8th and 7th grade team are going to play at home on Eagle Pass at 4:30. Be sure to support them also. So they'll be there making some noise.
And don't forget, like I said, catch us on our website, Alvaro.
Facebook.com/otherguysportsshow.
Like I said, also that question that's lingering, the Central Catholic buttons. Go find out. Put it on our webpage. What do you think it is? What do you think the mascot is? A button. And I'm telling you, it's not the button you put you button your shirt on. All right. So go look it up, post it out there, and see who'd be the first one out there to give us the correct answer. Follow us online. Follow us on the radio. Again, Bobby. Again, 4 p.m. 6 p.m. We're going to try to keep it consistent.
And stay close because the game is about to start and we're getting ready for
And support your concession stands.
Yes. Both the band booster and the athletic booster in our home side. Make sure you go and support your booster clubs. You know, that's
And
how
not
we
only
help our
that,
kids.
food, but they're also selling items.
We're selling merchandise. We're selling mini helmets. You'll see the old Razorback and the modern Razorback, and we do have caps. We have the CC caps that are for sale. Everything's $20 right now, and then we have the megaphone and cups that we're doing, the souvenir cups and the megaphones. What it is they're for $4, and once you buy one, you can refill it with popcorn for 50 cents for the rest of the season, even baseball, softball games.
I'll take 5.
Yes. Go by and show you're having the pride.
That's
and
right.
Support our having the kids.
So Hog Nation, we'll see you there tonight. Let's be loud. Let's be proud. Let's be 100% behind our boys, and let's get this done. All right. So from all of us to Hog Nation, we'll see you tonight under the big Friday night lights.
Gator.
Let's see you there and let's go and hit somebody in the mouth.
Oh yeah.